This is Max Fields representing R-Rated, back with another movie scene breakdown. So without further ado, let's talk film theory. With the scene from Dead Presidents, directed by the Hughes brothers, starring Larenz Tate as Anthony and Rose Jackson as Juanita. Before we get into the breakdown, I'm going to let this clip play out in its entirety as not to interrupt the flow so you guys can get the whole concept. If you would like to skip ahead to the breakdown, the timestamp is on the screen. Let's get it.
Wait. What the fuck you talking about if you want to give it back? Nah. Fuck that shit.
You forgotten? You just lost your damn job. We need that fucking money.
We don't need his money.
Yeah, well, Anthony, I'll tell you what. You start bringing some real money in here like a real man, and then I'll think about giving it back to him. Until then, I don't want to hear shit. You need to get your tired ass together. That's what you need to do, and stop feeling sorry for your damn self. I mean, sometimes it's like you ain't even the same man I knew before the war. That's who I was in love with. That's who I thought showed the fuck back up here. I don't know who the fuck you are.
So wait, you just suck his dick so good, he just started throwing money at you, right?
What's with you? Why you so damn paranoid? I ain't fucking him.
Not at this moment, you ain't now. But the motherfucker ain't sniffing around here, tossing money in your motherfucking face for nothing.
Yeah, well, I sleep with you every night, don't I?
You know, Juanita, that's a damn good question. Come on. Go ahead. Admit this shit, man. Be honest. You fucking him, right?
That's what you want here, Anthony?
Uh-huh.
That's what you want here?
Yeah.
Fine. I'm fucking him.
So, whose baby is that? Don't even answer that shit.
No, you're right. I ain't gonna answer it. I mean, shit. You, Anthony, you the big Marine man with no damn job. You know every fucking thing. But answer this for me. If you think I'm jiving you so much, Anthony, why the hell you with me, huh? Why the fuck you with me? What, you think I need you? You think I need this shit? Fuck, you can't get a decent job. You won't fuck me. The only time I get to hold you is when you're having one of them silly-ass nights.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You don't know, girl. You really don't know.
Don't you fucking walk away
You
from
better
me.
get the fuck off of me.
Don't walk away from me, Anthony.
Let me go.
What about Sarah?
I'll fucking kill you, girl. Don't you ever run up on me, ever. Ever run up on me again. I'll fucking kill you, Juanita. Fuck off me. Shit.
The first thing we're going to notice is that the camera is still and it doesn't start moving until the conflict starts. Once Anthony begins to address the situation with Juanita, the camera becomes unstable. It has a consistent tilting from left to right. It's very subtle, but it is enough to get across the point that there's instability in their home. It also has a circular rotation that is continuous throughout this whole scene, which represents confusion and displacement in their world and the world that surrounds them. In the beginning, Juanita is set up as the dominant character. We see this through the movement of the camera. When she moves, the camera moves. It tracks her in every dolly shot. Anthony, for the most part, is always playing catch up from the rear. He's chasing her from room to room. Juanita is going to dictate where the audience is headed. She is more often placed closest to the camera lens. We get to see more of her face throughout the scene than we do of Anthony. She is closest to the lens, and Anthony is out of focus in the back of her. Not only is he out of focus to us, but it represents that he is no longer her focus. Her back is turned to him, signaling to him that she's fed up, that whatever his argument is irrelevant. Anthony tries to fight for dominance within his household. Momentarily, you get a push in from the camera and a dolly towards Anthony to give him the dominant frame. He is now closest to the audience and she is further back, giving us a sense that he may be gaining traction with his argument because he's trying to reason with her. Also, this move serves as a way to set up the next dolly shot, because when Juanita moves, the camera can now freely move with her. This shot served a technical purpose and a cinematic purpose in the same go. When Juanita moves from room to room, Anthony arrives in delayed time. This delayed time is to give the audience the sense of him having to catch up, the pressure of having to catch up in his relationship, having to catch up in his life. He's behind financially. He's behind as a father. He is behind in his health. He has alcoholism. He's dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder from the war. The staging of these characters have a major effect on the underlying themes of this movie. They go from room to room. We see the doors to the kitchen. They came out of their bedroom, and Juanita has been moving around the room. They are essentially back where they started. We're just getting another view. They literally walked around in a circle. The staging is meant to display that they are getting nowhere, that it's a circular argument. All of these things being told visually as the dialogue supports the storytelling. We also notice throughout this scene that Larenz Tate is very seldom covered from the front. This is done purposefully so that he does not connect with the audience. His connection to the audience represents the connection to his wife. He can't connect with her. We can't connect with him. In the context of the whole movie, he is disconnected from the world at large. And in that concept of being connected to the world at large, he is fighting to matter. He is fighting for his existence to mean something in the world around him. And the relationship in this scene is just a manifestation of the greater theme of the movie. Beautiful directing and writing, in my opinion. Anthony pursues until this argument comes to a head, and they're finally face to face with one another. Finally forced to face the truth. Not the truth of Juanita being with another man, but the truth of their situation, the truth that their relationship may be at its end. We get yet another camera rotation, but this time the camera gives us, for the first time, Anthony's full face. He has come to a realization. He has come to a decision, and with that internal decision being made, he has gained dominance, somewhat control over his situation, somewhat control over his life. You will then notice the camera also pushes in, and it kind of squeezes Juanita to the left of the frame very tight, as to say she is now becoming more obsolete to him. She is now becoming less of his focus, less of our focus. You can also tell this in his eyes. We didn't cover it, but if you go back and look, even his eyes have changed. He is no longer present. He has checked out. He has checked out the relationship. He has checked out of society. And if you continue watching the movie, you'll see that concept unfold shortly after this scene. Up until this point, Anthony had been the pursuer of trying to find a resolution to their problem. Now we see through camera movement and staging that the tables have turned, and now Juanita has become the pursuer. We see the only door in the shot that leads to the outside world. As the scene ends, the camera pulls back and stays with Juanita. From the beginning, the camera was attached to Juanita. It gave us a sense that she was controlling the environment. Now at the end, she has lost control and she has to live with that decision. Us as the audience feel the repercussions of that decision with her, as momentarily we were not allowed to go with Anthony. To drive home the weight of the decision that the couple made, this is the last time we'll see Juanita until the very end of the movie. This is a great scene in a fantastic movie with so much to cover, but for the sake of time, we'll leave it at that. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and until next time, this has been Max Fields representing R-Rated.